Greetings, Voyagers, and welcome to another one of my soon-to-be world-famous one-take smartphone videos from the road. We're in Montrose, Colorado. I found this campsite on freecampsites.net. I was hoping to get a little further beyond Montrose today and get back out into some national forest where we can just drive into the mountains, into the woods, and park out in nature. But we did spend some time in Durango this morning. Had to do a load of laundry. Had to do some shopping at Walmart. We needed supplies. And we took a nice stroll up and down Main Street of historic downtown Durango. And when I can finally get to my editing again, I don't know when that's going to be, I'll post some really nice videos of some of these places we've been to. Durango was really cool. Very touristy, very crowded downtown, but lots of sweet little shops of boutiques and art galleries, and it was really cool. I really enjoyed it very much. I wish we could have spent more time there. There's also a railroad that runs up through the mountains from Durango up to Silverton, and that's got to be an exciting trip, and I wish we had more money. That's the story of my life. It would have been nice to spend the rest of the day, maybe another full day in Durango, take that narrow gauge railroad up through the mountains and have dinner in a nice restaurant and stuff like that. But we had to keep on moving. We came up through two mountain passes. Montrose Pass, which was 10,910 feet, and the other was Red Mountain Pass. And I tell you, climbing those steep mountain grades, the van doesn't do well on those steep mountain grades. It really struggles to maintain 35 miles an hour on it. And it's not the engine, it's a V8 engine, a 4.6 liter engine. It's big enough. I think it's the transmission. I think the gears just aren't geared for climbing steep mountain roads. And the roads were narrow and windy and dangerous because there's steep drop-offs that go down. You fall off the edge of that mountain, you're going to drop a couple of miles. I mean, we're talking 10,000 feet up. And those mountain cliffs are just really steep, and the road's narrow, and it was raining like crazy when we came through, so the road was wet, obviously slippery. So I took my damn time coming up and coming down those steep, windy, a lot of hairpin turns and switchbacks, and it was nerve-wracking. One false move and you could go over the edge. Those are dangerous roads. So I'm glad to be off of that, but it was absolutely beautiful. The mountain passes are just spectacular, but it was white knuckle driving for me all the way up and down those mountain passes. So we got down into Montrose, and it was 5:30, and I couldn't spend a lot of time looking for forest roads out in the national forest. We need to have some supper and relax and chill out. So I found this. It's within the city limits. It's a city park, but it's pretty nice. You got your bathroom over here, and it has a flush toilet. They even had toilet paper in there. They had a sink with a faucet that works. So it's pretty nice. And it's nice and clean. It's kept reasonably clean in there, so it wasn't uncomfortable being in there at all. And they got some nice shady tables over here. As you can see, there's room for probably about a dozen or so. We've got a couple of campers here, so they're probably boondocking overnight. There's probably going to be a lot of traffic noise. This is Highway 90 right here. So there's probably going to be a lot of traffic noise, but that's not going to bother me, because you know what? We stopped in one of the recreational cannabis stores. Actually, since we've been in Colorado, we visited 3 of them. We've been here a month. We stayed in Denver for 3 weeks. No, actually, it's 3 weeks. Now we've been a week on the road, traveling around Colorado. And there's cannabis shops all over the place. And they have these little packets of dissolvable powdered THC and CBD. You can get different mixtures. I got the 50% THC and 50% CBD. My friend had some in Denver, and he gave me one. And you get a little plastic, it's like a pill bottle kind of, and there's 10 of them in there for $20. So it's $2 a piece. And my friend let me have one in Denver, and it is an amazing nightcap. Truly, CBD, that stuff is amazing for pain killing and for just, as a kind of tranquilizer, sort of. It works really well. And then the THC gives it a nice kick. And that's a wonderful nightcap, man. That's great. So I'm going to take one of those tonight, so I definitely won't hear the traffic noise. I'll be out like a light. But it's been an interesting day. Durango was really, really cool. I wish we could have spent a couple days in Durango. Wish we had more money. And then Ouray, this little town nestled high up in the mountains. What a beautiful little town Ouray is. Man, and I would have loved to stop there too and have lunch or have dinner in one of these outdoor restaurants surrounded by these high mountains, snow-capped mountains. God, it's just unbelievable. It's like a fairy tale. It's like fantasy land out here. So I'm loving it. I'm having a wonderful time on this trip. I'm so glad I'm able to do it. I'm so glad I finally have a vehicle that's roadworthy of cross-country travel. Because this is just the beginning. When we get back from this trip, there's going to be another one in January. We're going to be spending January and February in Arizona. And I think next summer we'll come back to Colorado, because there's a lot here that I still want to see and do. There's historic mine tours. Some of the old mines, you can go in them or take tours and go into them. I'd love to see that. But we just don't have the cash. We're lucky to be able to make this trip at all. But next summer will be better. So, Colorado is awesome. I'm loving it. I'm having the time of my life. So that's a wrap for today, folks. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, tell your friends, and share, because sharing is caring. Peace and out.